They say great art is difficult to understand, but
keep it gay, keep it gay, keep it gay. Keep it gay, keep it gay, keep it
gay. They say great art is difficult to understand, but easy to enjoy.
Hey, Beavis. It's hard, but it's not like hard.
Yeah.
Do you know the best night I've had in the last 5 years is a night that Zoe and I split a bottle of wine, we made a summer salad, and watched chocolat together?
You mean chocolate?
Chocolat.
Chocolate with Johnny Depp.
Chocolat.
You're not...
I saw you strip down for that hot tub.
His dick's not small.
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
I see you handle your weapon well.
I have been known to keep my tip up.
His dick's not small.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the member stream, because we got members of all sizes coming in for this show. How are you all doing? Yes, normally at this time, Toxic Tuesday would be up and running, but we got Mark D with a C up and about, suffering at the demoralization of what is going on at NYC. I'm like, you know what? Let Mark handle his election stuff. He's always been very much involved in that stuff. So why not do a member stream? We were overdue for one anyway. None happened in October, even though one happened in September. But here we are tonight doing just that. And yes, we got a big old orangina right on the screen for you to look at, enlarged and huge. And of course, for those of you who care, we are also dual streaming on the green button as well. So if you are someone who likes to have it both ways, well, you can stream to stream both ways. Otherwise, you can choose which way you want to have it. Other than that, let's acknowledge our faces here, okay? Let's see here. John Edgar, how's it going? Hey, Dustin Keto, Simple, Jonathan Cowboy. Hey, what's up, DB Turing, Zatero Brewer, how you doing, sir? Massgrave, how's it going, man? By the way, I will be posting the link in the community post. So if you're a member of any size, big or small member, you can come on the stream and chat with us. We'll probably talk whatever. Maybe the news about Godzilla -0, whatever else. Maybe how bad the new Predator looks. Probably talk about the Bond, because why not talk more about Bond? Who knows? I don't know, but we're just going to here to have fun and really not talk about politics tonight, because it's not the place where, what's up, D-Bud Martin? Yeah. So, okay. And of course, I got my friend Dave C joining us, and Red Shirt. I sent the link to come on the stream for Toxic Tuesday group chat. And so come on and join us, dude. It'd be good to have you. So please, Red Shirt, join us as well. And let me make sure that the members get the link. All channel members has been posted. And what's up by Crom? King Conan as well. I was just reading Conan the Barbarian number 25 earlier. Actually, that was my third read of it. Maybe we'll even get into a little bit of Conan as well. What's up, Dave C?
Woo, what's up? Nick Weiser, what's going on, man? Everybody in the chat. And yeah, I saw a thing about they're gonna might do a black and white version of the Savage sort of Conan. I'm not sure if you follow Conan the Official Barbarian.
Oh, I
over
do.
On yeah.
Well, the main Savage line has been all black and white issues. All the 11th issue drops tomorrow, and that they've all been in black and white. It's been great. It's
you've seen this. Yeah, I have one left.
Oh, the OG. Yeah, the OG Savage.
The OG Savage.
Nice.
And it's like,
I'm going to beg you so we can look at some black and white pages. Let's look at that.
Well, it's falling apart, as you can tell.
Oh, that's fine. It's worth looking at. Oh, dude, that is not. Oh, yes. Oh, dude.
Some of that right there.
Nice.
The cover's falling off.
Oh.
But this is what the interiors look like, you know.
Ooh,
so.
I'm bigging you again. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
You know, and I just remember I had a couple of these. I think in November of God, I don't know what year. What year is this? I'd have to put my glasses on, Nick. Let me put my glasses on. I'm old. 1984.
Not, dude. 19.
Yeah.
Nice. King
Yeah.
Conan in the chat says I have stacks of the OG.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, now I'm jealous.
Dude.
Now I am jealous.
Yeah, that's pretty. Hey, that's pretty great, man. I only have like 10 of them. I need more. I have been like, when I go to cons, I do back issue 6 for a lot of the Savage Sword. And what I've gotten has been absolutely killer. And I'm really just enjoying it. I'm happy that also with the current ongoing series from Titan, it's been really killer as well. And we're getting another one that drops tomorrow, which is great. I actually don't know the info on it, but I know that it drops and I will be seeking it out. That's for sure. I'm going to have to figure out which shop I'm going to go to and hope that they have it because the Conans do sell well out this way at the shops that are out here, whether it's Conan the Barbarian or the Savage Sword of. Either way, they are both selling. And, we got Tim Hayes. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
It could be better.
Oh, come on. Dude, what's up, man?
Politics sucks and the Democrats are evil.
Yeah, I know, but that'll be for another stream. I know it's news all around, bad news, but we're having this show here so we can not get into that tonight.
Okay, I just had to get that off my chest really quick.
I understand.
And real quick, Nick, I keep forgetting. You guys keep talking Transformers all the time. I know I tweeted you or X'd you a message on which one are you guys reading? Because I think it was you and Ironcaster brought it up and Fenrir and everybody. What company is doing that again? Which one?
Image.
That's the Image one.
Yeah, with
because
the Energon universe with G.I. Joe. Yes, that would be the current
Image one.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Number 26 arrives next week. I'm very sure that's Robert Kirkman's second issue on Transformers. And G.I. Joe arrives tomorrow. It starts the Dreadnought War. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Let me answer Mr. John Edgar's question. Hail, Nick. What is this new Conan you're talking about? Are you asking about the Titan run? The Titan Comics run, aka titled Conan the Barbarian, has been going for a little over 2 years now. There's 25 issues. There's a few miniseries books around it, like one that came out last year called Battle of the Black Stone. There's one that's 2 issues in called Scourge of the Serpent, which is where he's teaming up with Cole. And then there's the Savage Sword of comic, which is like an annual release every other month. And the 11th issue arrives tomorrow. Let me see if I can get it up. Get it up. And see if I can find the 11th issue. We can take a quick look at that and say, hey, let's oogly eye at it and see what it's all about. And I think I actually found it. What do you know? Guys, I'm not as slow retarded as I thought I was. I actually found it, and I found it quick. So we're going to look at it, and it's got a nice cover. I'll say that too. And I even got it zoomed and ready. So let's look at some. Let's get some art porn going. So, The Savage Sword of Conan, number 11, coming out tomorrow. Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
I'm pretty sure that's Alex Horley doing the cover on that one. He's done most of the covers for this run so far, and he painted all the issue. Not all the issues. He painted the entire number 25, which came out a few weeks ago, as Tim's showing off his sweet Conan comic there. So this is what arrives tomorrow at your shop. And it looks great. Looks killer. And let me see here. I will read the little thing here. Savage Sword of Conan continues its relentless rampage from Titan Comics and Heroic Signatures, featuring writer-artist Liam Sharp's triumphant return to the Hyborian Age with a spellbinding Conan epic. The debut of Robert E. Howard's Cormac Mac art brought to life by writer Ron Mars and artist Danny Earls. Colossal covers from Alex Horley, I was right, and Liam Sharp. An array of astonishing pinups and more. All right, so that is coming out tomorrow, and it sounds killer. Ron Mars, obviously, I remember that name from way back when, aka 90s way back when. So hopefully, whatever he's doing, it's pretty good. I like the pinups. I like that these are in the magazine size format. They are in black and white too as well.
Oh,
I love that.
They're the same size as the OGs.
Yep.
Oh, I did not know that.
Ah,
Nice. Very nice. And it's
Yes,
in black and
I-
white as well, I'm assuming.
black and
'cause
white as well.
Yeah,
Yep.
I did know that, but I didn't know it was a magazine. I missed that.
Yeah.
Is that a werewolf he's fighting?
I think I'm
Look-
pretty sure it
looks
is.
like
I was
it.
wondering if it was like a Thack-like type of creature. Either way, I'm looking forward to this. That arrives tomorrow. It's gonna be exciting, and I know the finale for Huck concludes tomorrow. The second Huck book called Huck Big Bad World. So I'm looking forward to that. Just kind of. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be great. I excite for it. It's gonna be fun, but.
Excited.
Outside of Conan, great Conan news, I want to talk about Godzilla minus zero because
I
that
have
is
no idea what you're
absolutely-
talking
oh.
about. No,
dude.
I have no clue what you're talking
Oh,
about.
dude.
What is this Godzilla you mean?
I mean, I'm just saying, dude, this is
Good
kind
night,
of like
little
a
buddy.
big deal. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
That is
I
nice.
think one of the first times Godzilla was released in the U.S., he was called Gigantus the Fire Monster.
Gigantus the Fire. I did not know this.
Yeah, it was it was a quasi public domain, like drive-in creature feature that you used. I think you might still be able to find it on YouTube.
Okay.
I'm not sure,
okay.
but I think it was like gray market, very gray market when it came to whether it was in the public domain or not.
Okay.
Nick, too. I
What's
I
up?
had some serious doubts about this movie, although I'm pretty 99.99% sure that Takashi that's his first name, sorry, Yamasaki is going to pull this off again. However, I wonder what your thoughts are on this. When it first came out, you guys got like Gareth Emery, Keanu Reeves. They're all like, oh my God. And they started meeting him. And the first thought I had in my mind was, you keep your freaking nasty paws off my Godzilla movies, Hollywood. Don't
I
even
agree.
go near it.
I agree. I strongly agree. I don't want it Americanized. And I say this as someone who liked the last Godzilla X Kong movie, and I did. But I don't want, yes, I do like it, but I don't want any of the people who worked on those to be involved with this type of movie. This deserves to, this is about as little tampering. This is absolute zilch tampering, not an exception to the damn rule. Leave it, stay out, okay? Let the Japs do their work, let them work their magic. I trust in them with this. Now, okay. I loved -1. I wouldn't say I qualify like myself as like a mega fan. Like I like Godzilla. I've watched some movies. There's ones I like, ones I don't like. And one of my reoccurring themes through the ones I like, through the ones I don't like is, man, the humans suck. And then -1 happened, and the humans were great. And it worked well as such a one and done story, even though there was obviously a subtle hint that there could be more on the way. There was that subtle hint at the end, and now we're getting it. We're giving it a go. It's gonna happen, and I'm thinking, wow, okay. So even if you take away the whole Japan, Hollywood, yada yada argument out of the equation, for them to even come close to making a movie as good as the first one is going to be a tall order and stuff. I don't think it's going to be a bad movie, no matter what becomes of this. I don't think it's going to be a bad movie at all. It's just they set themselves up for a mega, like, monolith of a mountain to climb. How are they even going to match this? Because I'm not expecting them to top it. I'm really not. How can they match it? Because that's not going to be easy. I mean, what are you feeling on this, Dave? What do you think on how they can match it with the sequel?
I mean, it's going to be difficult because you had the whole human story already, and they knocked it out. Knocked it out of the universe with that, and so now you have to start thinking, what monster are they going to bring in? They just did Shin Godzilla, which Sorry, I haven't seen it yet. I missed it at the theater here as well. They redid it. I mean, they reopened it. But, I mean, you have to start thinking about monsters, right? Kaijus that they're going to bring in. And
will
it's like,
they? Is that like,
that's
do we
the-
know if
I
that's
don't
a
know.
plan?
That's the, as fans, you kind of think, all right, well, they didn't have extra kaijus in this. It was just Godzilla against Japan. And now what are they going to do? You start thinking, well, you know, they had all these Edwards movies and all these other ones, and they had every single damn kaiju you could think of in there, except tarantula, I mean, the spiders and the mantis. I can't think of the name.
Okay.
So it's like, if you did another kaiju like King Ghidorah or something, how are you going to pull that off to make it better?
Yeah, no.
I
how
think
do you match that?
Who knows, man? I think the mystery is what's going to make it good. Don't leak any of this shit out. Don't even. The trailer is 10-second trailer. That's it. You know what I mean? I'm serious. Do like a 10-15-second trailer. It's going to get leaked somehow or another, but you don't show if any monsters. You don't even show until the movie comes out. You know. Other than that, man, I'm actually like interested to go out back to the movies again.
Nice. Tim, what are your thoughts on Godzilla -0 and the possibility of what it could do, what it could not do? What are you feeling, man?
Well, I haven't really been following movies lately because it seems like there's less and less movies coming out now. So,
Did you see Godzilla -1 though?
no.
You see, you should. You should check yourself and go fix that. After we're done with this stream, whether it's tonight or some other time this week, you need to watch Godzilla -1.
Well,
It is
where's it
essential
playing
viewing.
at?
However you go about watching movies, whether it's physical media, I don't know what streaming is on. I have physical media for that.
Okay, so this isn't in theaters then.
It was in theaters 2 years ago.
Okay, well,
Tim, I'm not trying to show it off. I did show it off, so I'll just show him that
Yeah, show it
you
off
can
again.
get like a box set, but unless you're a Godzilla fan, I would recommend maybe going to watch it first, because if you like it, you're gonna go get the box set. You know, you can get the 4-disc one that has the 4K, the regular, and the black and white version. Just make sure you get the English version, because the original Japanese one, I believe, was told that they didn't have the subtitles in there. Don't quote me on that, but I waited until this came out. So you can get that, and it comes with all this stuff, and then most of it's in like the pose. It's in
but
Japanese.
you know what? It seems like I did see some sort of Godzilla movie when Comics Division and Culture were doing it.
Well, which one was it?
I'm not really sure, but I think this was something that was probably I think it was mainly in English, but it might have
No,
had
then
some
that
part.
wasn't -1, because -1 is all Japanese with English subtitles. Now, there
Okay.
have been other versions released where they have them dubbed in English. I don't even want to imagine how horrific that looks. But that is all I'm going to say is now, like, make time to watch Godzilla -1, and then you can DM me later sometime this week and be like, holy shit, Nick was right. And now that Dave showed up that sweet box set in his hands, I want a piece of that action too.
Oh,
Is it on Amazon Prime?
I'm sure you can rent it.
Oh, you
I'm
can
sure
get
you
it
can.
anywhere.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sure you
Well,
can. I
I
haven't
just wanna
looked, but I
figure
would say
some-
look into it. Just look into it, and I'm sure you can find it. Especially with the internet nowadays, it's just taking it, looking at, and find it. I'm sure you can.
Yeah, I'm
I've
not.
gotten all my stuff, Tim, off of Godzilla.com.
Yeah.
But now with the tariffs and everything with China, I'm just assuming that the model and that, well, at least the model I know is made in China. All that shit's made in China.
Yeah,
Master Brave has a great comment here. He says Godzilla -1 might be the best movie the past 5 years, and I'm not a Godzilla simp.
there
It
are
seems
ways
like-
to work around the tariffs because I've found places online where I can still get stuff for pre-tariff prices.
Well, watch Godzilla -1. I would like a mission report back from you on it. So, I'm going to acknowledge another comment here. John Edgar, have you been following the Godzilla Marvel? I have not. Me and Marvel are not seeing each other. Haven't been seeing each other. Obviously, he's referring to comics. I've heard mixed things from my buddy Wes from Thinking Critical on them. And maybe some of them are good. I'm just not giving my time or money. But hey, if you're enjoying them, man, don't let how I feel about that ever influence how you feel about it. If you're enjoying it, man, keep on enjoying it. Really, that's all there is to it. And Dave is showing off a Godzilla Here There Be Dragons comic.
Yeah.
And when did this come out?
I think 2023.
Okay.
IDW does it. I didn't read these, but somebody in the chat, John, because the thing's got the @ John Edgar, so I'm not sure who that is.
Yeah, it's John Edgar. He's a good guy.
Cool. Yeah, he said something about comics. Have they been following Godzilla versus the Marvel universe?
That's something that's been going on with current Marvel comics.
Yeah, and I haven't touched that at all, and I forgot about this one. Nick, Tim, have you heard about these, the IDW ones?
I have not, but who knows? Maybe it could just been a window that I missed. So, because I miss things too. For how much I do keep up on things, there's a lot of things I still miss. There's still a lot of things I miss. Dave, when we were talking about your thoughts on the possibility of what -0 can be, you hit on something very notable to me. There's a big takeaway I got from your side of the coin, and that's the trailers. Nowadays, this is something, it doesn't matter if a movie is good, bad, average. There's a common denominator with these trailers for these movies. A lot of them love to blow their wad. Godzilla -0 needs to show off as little as possible. And that means if you're to be a 2-minute trailer, assuming that they will be,
too long.
You need to maybe try to find a way to have it edited and chopped up to maybe you only show off like the first half hour, 40 minutes of the movie. Something like that. I'm trying to play like logical, wishful thinking here. You got to do as less possible because there's no way they're going to do like a 3-second. In my opinion, they should. In my opinion, I'll even go further. They don't need to release a trailer, and I'd still be sold on saying just because I know who's working on it. They could just say, this movie is coming out, and I'm going to be like, you know what, bro? I'll be there at the theater opening night. Thank you very much for letting me know when it's coming out.
Mm-hmm. I don't even want to see the trailer. I don't even care. I'm telling you, I'm 100% don't give a damn. You got me deep thinking. I'm kind of riled up about it because when you said it, I'm like, I used to be, trailers. Do you remember when Lord of the Rings came out?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've got the original books over there from when I was like 13, 12. I don't remember how old, dude. Yeah. I've got them wrapped up in plastic. The OG ones.
Yeah.
With The Hobbit. And when that came out, we were at the movies. I don't even remember the movie I went to see, but when the trailers came on, I was like, I didn't want to see the trailers for Lord of the Rings.
I hear you. No, I get it. Go on.
You're right. They would show way too much, and then after a few years,
Hey,
Daryl. People would say they're showing too much in the damn trailers, so now you don't want to see them. Now you kind of want to see the trailer to see how bad the movie might be. You see what I'm getting at? There was a paradigm shift. Yeah. And like, I don't want to see the trailer, but yeah, I think I'm going to watch this trailer. Like Deadpool and Wolverine for me was probably the last one, and Godzilla -1. And I haven't seen anything except Endgame at the movies that I can even remember talking about. And I watched the Deadpool and Wolverine, and I knew I was going to go see it anyway. So I watched the trailers and I went to go see it. -1 was like, nope, don't want to see it. And then
I'm so glad I did not watch the second and third trailers for Deadpool and Wolverine because I watched them after I saw the movie, and I could see why it may have, let's just say, taken some people's enjoyment out of the movie because there's a lot of stuff given away in those second and third trailers. I only saw the first one, and when I saw it, it was so far ahead of when the movie came out that I almost forgot about it. So it was almost like I went into it brand new. I went in dry almost. I guess you could say almost dry.
You
and
dry?
It worked.
Never.
And it worked. It worked. And boy, did I come out the other side feeling like a fresh new man. But anyways, a few things here. What's up, Keely Chow? Hail. Daryl Brewer, sir, how are you doing?
Not too bad. How you guys doing?
We're doing good, man. Thank you for dropping in. So, do you have any thoughts on Godzilla Minus Zero? Any concerns? Are you optimistic, or do you have an opinion of any kind towards this?
Well, I'm right there with you guys as far as not wanting to see anything in the trailers. I'm waiting to see what this guy can do again.
It's a big deal.
I enjoyed -1.
Right. We want this to be good because we know it's got a good team working on it. And if there's anyone who can deliver it twice, at least potentially, it's these guys.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just hope that if he does wind up having more money to use, that he uses it wisely. But if not, I hope he does the exact same thing that he did last time. Make something that's good quality on a low-end budget.
Agreed. Yeah, and shout out to TZ Burden, manning YouTube and Rumble. Thank you, sir. Yeah, that is something I hope that they, get a big major takeaway done the right way is, hey, see what is going on in America with a lot of the insane budgets and not cave into that. Sure, you're going to need to have some people in there to act in the movie. Of course, you got to have some humans, but don't make everything about 900 therapy groups. Don't pay for all these things that don't need to have involvements in the movie. You need to have things that are contributable to the movie, that service the movie. And if, I'll even say, like, I can sacrifice the CG not being ideal if I know the story can suck me in more. As long as the story is good and engage me, I can forgive smaller things like that. And I'm sure the panel and the chat can agree. We can forgive, little things like that as long as they hook us in the story.
I was gonna say, didn't he make -1 on like a $15 million budget?
It was either 15 or 25, regardless of which number it is. Whatever way you slice it, either way, it's nuts. It's nuts.
Exactly, because that budget alone produced the good quality movie with a great storyline to it. That was Godzilla -1.
Yeah, no, it really showed you like there's something about when you have a limit on what you have and you have to work within the confines of your limit and thinking, okay, you know what? We have this limit here. We should just make the best of it and see what turns out. And sometimes when you have a limit on your budget, it kind of brings out the best of you because you're forced to just make do with what you have versus look at all this unlimited power we have. We could just go crazy and we could just Florida man the process. Let's everyone just get out the alligators. It's going to be all right. Like you really do Florida man the process. And there are times where you're going to have things that kind of require a higher budget. Once again, exceptions. But most of the time, you don't need to go $300, $400, $500, especially if you saw like when you go through like the credits list, rewatching like the Pierce Brosnan Bond movies. Dude, when I rewatch The World Is Not Enough, and the credits is not even with all the action, all the stunt work, all the high octane chase scenes, all the everything. And there's a lot of like physical stuff going on, which is cool. But the after credits was not even 4 minutes. Not even. And you're thinking, and you go through the list, and okay, they do give credit to the stunt workers, as one should. Still the most underrated department by the media standards to this day. A lot of genuine hard work goes in there that most stars will never, ever, ever do to this day. And then you look at like a current year movie in America, and they'll show you the secretary's team. And you're like, holy shit, this is nuts. And all these people get credits for this. This person brought so-and-so coffee to this person. So therefore, this assistant brought their assistant coffee. Therefore, they get a credit on the booth. Now, I'll admit, some of what I say is hyperbolic, but there's also a little bit of truth in there when you start
there's far more truth to what you're saying, Nick, than just hyperbolic.
Yes, there is truth in that statement. If you actually look there and realize, oh, crud, what are these departments being in here? I mean, sure, if you're working on The Exorcist, sure, I can see why that could be a traumatic experience. But you don't need to have some therapy group for every movie and make it a standard thing.
Therapy group.
Dude, it's
what's the
really
credit list look like?
retarded.
What's the Endgame's credit list look like?
Dude, that's almost like 8 minutes of freaking credits rolling on that.
Isn't it longer than 8 minutes? I mean, granted, I know they have a
I'm
giant
throwing out a
ensemble,
random ass
you
number,
know.
but I remember, I vaguely remember it being 8 to 12 minutes long and just freaking credits.
The dead man, what's up, dude? He says, yeah, recently watched GoldenEye. The CB is choppy looking. Back, but it's still pretty good. That's the thing. There's some stuff that had still aged well, and there's some stuff you can tell it's a product of its time. But to me, the stuff that still looks good still looks really good. I can't wait to get into GoldenEye in a few weeks. That's gonna be fun. But we got another member here. He's one of our biggest members. He's actually one of our biggest members. He's a Dolph Lundgren.
His dick's not small.
Thanks.
There he is.
Claude Martin. That was the perfect quip to segue you in here.
He was one of my couple of guesses, maybe.
What's happening, Dad? Good to see you again.
Hey, son. Oh, I get to see you so little.
I don't know. Here recently, it's been crazy trying to catch any show because of the time change. The start time change before the time change for Midnight's Edge and whatnot. So it's been crazy.
Yeah, actually, easier for me to mod it because it's not as busy at my office. Because I'm at work when I'm modding for Midnight's Edge.
Yeah, and see when they
busy,
start,
so I can kind of get away with it a little easier, actually.
Yeah, but see, for them when they changed it, it wound up being 7 o'clock for me until Sunday, and that's the time I'm getting my daughter ready to go to school. So I'm not able to be in there during the first hour-ish.
Yeah.
But now with the time change, it starts at 8 o'clock for me, so it's going to be easier.
Hey, we have members of all sizes here. I can genuinely say we have all members of all sizes on this panel. What's up, Janet from another planet? Long time no see. And a shout out to Dude Brosef 420 on Rumble. He is a Rumbler. Thank you, sir, for holding down the fort over at the green button. Yeah, I'm glad we got the big member. So, D-Bud, sir, since we've asked all the other guys, where are you at with this Godzilla movie? Like, do you think there's potential? Are you worried? Are you excited?
I can't wait to see it because -1 was so good. That was a great movie. I kept hearing everything good about it. I didn't get to see it in the theater, but I got the Blu-ray, and yeah, I loved it. I thought it was a great movie. It's not you don't have to be a monster fan to like it. It's a good movie, period. Godzilla's in it, but the people in it actually, that's a great story. I'm trying to get my mother to watch it because it's not a Godzilla movie, really. I mean, it's other stuff going on that you'll like. But
my kids love it. My girls love it. Oh my goodness, they thought Godzilla -1 was outstanding. So they're looking forward to that movie when it comes out. So it's like, okay,
no, I'm hyped for this to come out. I expect them to do it right because a lot of the media I watch now is Japanese media anyway. But they don't do a lot of the things that say American movie studios do with their stuff. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to this one. Yes, I'd love to see it. Yeah.
Do we know, Dave, when what the estimate theatrical release window is for this one? Have you looked into it?
I think late 2026 somewhere. That's just they throw shit like that out.
I hope they do it
November or something.
Yeah,
I hope they do it for Thanksgiving or Christmas. Yeah. That would be ideal. Either Thanksgiving or Christmas. One of those two would be ideal.
If he knocks it out the park again, do you think it'll be Endgame?
I mean, if you're in terms of
it's not really-
profitability, yeah, but in terms of if you're talking gross, of course not, because
No,
right,
not gross.
Yeah,
It's
but in terms of
profitability,
profitability,
yes.
profitability, yes, and we
Gross,
have to
no.
make that distinction because a lot of people tend to look at, especially people who don't pay attention as much, when they look at gross, they automatically think it makes more, but they don't look into the details of that and how much a movie actually has to perform at the box office, including marketing, what theaters get. You have to always explain this because a lot of people will make convenient arguments and not actually think about these things. So the constant reminder needs to be put out there. It has that potential. It does. It definitely has the potential to be profitable like that. That's for sure. I don't think. And it sounds like Daryl's got something he wants to say. So Daryl,
Well,
take it away.
I was just gonna say is like when you were explaining the gross aspect of it. I mean, it's I don't understand how people can see that and not think about their own personal paychecks.
Night, John Edgar.
There's that difference between gross and net.
All right, I'm going to acknowledge this real quick, and then I'm going to respond to your comment because you're onto something great. John Edgar, got to call it a night. Good to see you, ladies and gents. Good night, Nick. Stay huge. Thank you, John, for the $5, sir. Appreciate you being here. Have a great night. You're the man. Daryl, anyways, yeah, a lot of people do that because, one, surface level knowledge. Two, people don't want information, they want confirmation. As long as something looks good to them, they will run with it because it affirms their position. And
I understand what you mean. It just for me personally, my thought process of it, it's like, no, you can't base anything off of gross. You have to base it all off of net, and yet they're not giving us the numbers off of net take home. They're giving us the gross take home, which confuses all those that don't use their brains to process it all.
yes, I trust me.
Those who
Wish,
don't have any accounting sense, yes.
these are arguments I had to bring up when addressing stuff with like Black Widow and Eternals. It's already 4 years ago. Holy shit. It was already 4 years ago. I'm bringing that stuff up. Like, listen, this doesn't work
Nick,
like that.
it's pronounced Eternals.
Claudia. Oh, man. I got to dig through his old streams, and I got to just dig out a clip when he says Eternals, and for every time we're about to say a movie, just play Bobby saying that, because his names of those movies became immortalized. Seriously.
He had several ranking of the Marvel movies. He had several streams of that, so it'd be easy to find.
Oh, I know. I remember he did a few of the ranking the MCUs with retro blasting. Yep. I remember some of those. I wish Clauby was here because I remember before he passed, one of his last animated DC movies he liked was the Super Sons, which is funny because he's documented very well how much he can't stand Damian. Is that actually the Super Sons one was pretty good. And then you look at the guy who wrote it, Jeremy Adams. He's writing the next one, aka based off of Nightfall. So I was like, wow, okay, you got a guy who actually understands this stuff and who's gonna make it good. I'm actually happy about Nightfall, and I feel like if he were still around, he would probably be like, oh, okay, he's in there. There would be hope for that one. It would be another thing to look forward to and a good conversation. But what an even better conversation than both of these put together is what Clauby would have arranged for me a few hours later after my show on Midnight's Edge with Tom and Jason from Sci-Fi For Me TV. And Daryl knows where I'm going with this. Yep. When I say I'm finally got to figure out how, I still haven't figured out how yet, but I want to give it a go to finally watch Star Trek, the original series. Right now, what I'm thinking, and I have to emphasize.
Clauby would be proud if you did.
Oh, I know he would. Clauby would be like, let me know the date. Let me get things arranged. We'll get the popcorn. He would be like, we need this is a celebration. I know he would have been over the moon just know that I'm finally gonna get this to go. I'm thinking realistically because, as I said, trying to keep up with 2 daily shows is tough for me. But I'm thinking if I just do maybe 2 episodes of the original series a week that might be realistic for me to pull off. Might be. I feel like that would be fun. I know, and I gotta bring it up to Tom. Should it be something maybe I report on Mead, maybe whether it be Tuesday or Thursday? I don't know yet how I would like to report back, but I would like to report back to everyone on it. And I could tell the chat on Mead was really into the idea of me discovering Star Trek finally.
I missed this today. I had to go into the office, so I wasn't there for.
The chat was.
I caught the beginning of your show.
Watch it. You need to watch it.
I started to watch the replay, but I didn't get through it all yet. But actually, when you guys were talking, about the Mummy coming out.
Yeah.
And Tom was talking about like he loved the old Universal movies and all that. Well, I actually took a picture and sent it to him because the week at Halloween, I picked this up.
Oh, I'm going to embiggen you.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Get a little reflection off my other one, but here, this is a NECA 7-inch Boris Karloff the Mummy figure from the 32 movies.
Nice.
Now the sarcophagus is extra. It's sold separately. Bastards. I hate that. That whole thing together.
Oh yeah.
It even comes with a little scroll of Thoth there at the bottom.
Keely Chow approves. He says it's nice, and I agree with Keely Chow.
Very nice.
I mean, that's a really nice looking figure.
Yeah.
And holy shitteroni! Hold that thought, D Bud.
Trying to get that to zoom in.
Yeah, hold it on the Mummy. I gotta acknowledge this because this one's huge. The Dead Man for $9.99. Mead continued discussion. Tom is right. Starting with Star Trek 4 is where I started, but starting with TOS is definitely your best bet. I will be there for it. Start with the first season. The Dead Man, thank you for that gigantic $9.99. That is very, very generous, dude. And yes, I will start with season 1 of the original series. I just got to figure out how and when and how many episodes can I realistically pull off a week. But it is pretty much a lock that we're going to do it. Once I know the definite details, maybe by end of this month, I can get that going. But seriously, thank you for that, man. All right, D, but let's talk more about your amazing Mummy because this looks badass.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, they've got a whole series of these NECA of the Universal ones, but the Mummy one I thought was the best looking one.
Yeah, it's hit or miss with NECA sometimes.
Yeah, there were some that were kind of and like the Frankenstein, I didn't care for the head sculpts. There was one that looked good, but they just didn't look quite what I wanted. But the Mummy one looked perfect, and so I picked this one up. But I had to get a display case to put it in, so I didn't bust it out until this last weekend because I didn't get the display case until last week because I had to figure out how big of a case I needed when I got it.
It looks so nice, dude.
It looks like it's in a museum, awesome. Like the case in itself, right? Because it would be behind
that
glass.
Little background is a cardboard background that it came with.
Nice.
And the sarcophagus is big. I mean, that's like a 9-inch tall sarcophagus. So it's a pretty big figure.
I like it.
These little chests with the one, and there's another one there, and then it has this the scroll of Thoth from the movie.
Dude, we need some beetles running around in there. Little beetles.
Well, yeah, I thought about getting some other little Egyptian type things to put in there, but it's just the scale.
So this is not on the same level as that, but I did see something over the weekend when I was in California. I went to a little antique shop in Cambria. And they had, still in the original packaging, the figures of Gene Wilder and Peter Boyle as Frankenstein and Dr. Frankenstein.
In the tuxes?
In the tuxes for when they did the putting on the Ritz routine.
Nice.
I actually took a picture of it. I'll have to post it in the chat later.
Ooh, look at Tim Hayes' figures. Tim, I'm getting big in you really quickly.
There.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah, I've got Dracula, the Bride, and Frankenstein, and Vampira, and the Mummy, and the Mole People person, and There's the Metaluna
Oh,
mutant from this island Earth, and Lon
Invisible
Chaney
Man.
Senior Phantom, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Invisible Man. And there is Vincent Price and the Wolfman, and down there is Vincent Price's Raven.
Oh yeah,
Those are cool, dude.
Oh, I see it. Whoa,
Yeah.
cool, dude.
Those were all made by Super 7. They're just like the vintage Kenner Star Wars figures.
Yeah,
Love it. I took my reissue Kenner of Nova out of the package because Nova does not deserve to be kept in the closet. He should be out of the closet.
Yeah,
So I took him out.
I've got that guy. He's in my Navarro Cantina diorama in my bedroom.
Somewhere out there, someone made a uniquely custom-made figure for Nick. It's the only one and done made that's not Kenner, but Kenner of the Condor. And it's just waiting for Nick to pick up, just to own it and brag to everyone on planet Earth that I have it and you don't.
Yeah,
American
retro.
dream.
It sounds like Nick needs to get on that.
Well, there's
Yeah.
gotta be, any Nick figure has to have, because I'm glad you brought it up, because I think Andy might have been working on one for you a while ago. And I said, well, Andy, you got to have a couple different T-shirts. It's got to have one like the shirt you're wearing with the button all the way down that shows some pube chest hair and, in a pizza box. And then you've got to have a heavy metal one T-shirt. So it has to have different shirts that you can change in and out on.
Going off of your thought process there, I also think that we need to have one that's a Macho Man body with a Nick head on there.
Yeah.
That's his real body. Come on.
That is his real body. Come on, Gerald. This is his fake body. Can't you tell?
It's all fake. When I hung out with Steve Mitchum, my head was real, but the rest of my body was all fake news. Like Steve Mitchum hung out with the real head, but the body was like that was not real. Well, Steve Mitchum just imagined it all. It was all in his head. Oh man!
Tim's gonna say something.
Tim, you all right there?
You muted?
No, he's not muted.
Oh.
I can see him.
I thought he was trying to talk.
I was muted earlier. I'm sorry.
I thought it was.
I was looking at something.
I thought it was me. But
It's okay.
Nick, you the whole Godzilla thing. I was like, Tim, you said you had not seen Godzilla -1. Is that correct?
Yeah.
No, I haven't
okay,
seen
so
it.
I won't say anything to spoil alert, but the angle I forgot to say was the girlfriend at the end for people who have seen it. I'm not going to say anymore. You guys know what I'm talking about. I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah. Stop right there. Stop right there.
Yeah,
Stop
stop.
right
Yeah,
there.
don't say no more.
Say no more.
I
So
saw
Nick,
it streaming on Amazon Prime, but you have to pay. So I'm not.
dude, just go get the.
It's worth it.
just-
It's worth it.
yeah.
It's worth it. Pay for the rental. It's worth it.
No,
It's
I'd
worth
rather just buy. I'd rather have a physical disc in my.
That's even
And-
better.
Well, then
That's
just go
even
get the
better.
whole thing. You get the
I'm
black
not-
and white version too.
I'm not happy with subtitles. I don't
Well,
like
you're
having
gonna
to read
get subtitles
subtitles.
regardless. You're gonna get
Well-
no matter what.
Well, one of the things that made the movie so good, Tim, was the fact that he was not English version. That he's not doing it. He just didn't want to do it. He stayed away from it. No Hollywood, none of that crap, and you're gonna get stuck with it. So unless they
you're
come out
stuck with
later,
it.
I'm sure somebody will later, Tim. But yeah.
And the dead man
The
for
beefaroni.
$1.99. Here's for the beefaroni fine. Oh, dead man, you're crushing, killing me. I'm just measuring for a price review. Hey Nick, here's for the beefaroni fun. Don't tell Tom. And this is, I think Chef Boyardee would be very proud of you to know you're still eating beefaroni at almost 40 years old. Hey, Skeptic Tank, how you doing, buddy? I was lurking on your stream this morning, dude. I was listening from afar.
He's gonna crush it.
He says, "I'm not." Well, he said -1, one of my all-time faves, and I'm not a Godzilla fan.
That's the second person in the chat that said that tonight.
Yeah,
The second one.
You don't have to be a Godzilla fan. It's just a good movie. Period.
Straight up. It's not even close. It's so fun. It's so much fun. It's so intense too. It's very heartfelt. And man, it's shockingly layered, especially something you wouldn't put in like a Godzilla story and think about. This movie's got it. It really does. I'm happy with it, and I hope to continue to be happy with it. I'm finally getting around since I finally, when I say like me and TV, that's like a complicated matter. I was trying to watch The Terminalist and Tulsa King at the same time, and that was like hell for me because between doing that, 2 YouTube channels, being dad, working, and then reading comics, listening to albums, and then 2 shows that require all episodes being viewed. Dude, I was like, I can't do this. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do The Terminalist, and then I'm gonna get to Tulsa King. And that actually worked. And I'm halfway on season 1 of Tulsa King. I'm rewatching it because I actually saw season 2, so I can brush up proper. And man, season 1 really does hold up. I'm halfway through, a little more than halfway through, and it really actually does hold up. Thankfully, it's really good. I can't wait to fish and see what season 2 is like, and then I can get into 3 because I want to finish that because then I can finally start Mobland, which was that Pierce Brosnan show. I want to watch that because, well, I've been talking Brosnan Bond lately, and I've been reading a Brosnan Bond comic that may or may not get a movie. So I'm just going all in on Pierce Brosnan lately, and well, I need my sophistication wherever it is I go.
Toxic Tuesday got me to buy my Nightmare on Elm Street 7 film collection. I think I mentioned this. I think in the chat on Mead because you did all those. You did the 3 movies.
We did 1,
on
2, and
Toxic
3.
Tuesday.
Yeah, we did 1 last year, 2 and 3 this year.
I haven't been I'm more of a Jason fan.
Okay,
I've got Friday the 13th, so I've only seen like the first. Before getting this, I'd only seen the first one, and I don't know. There's another one of these I've seen. I can't remember which one, but I've seen the first 3 of them off of this so far, and yeah, that's. I was talking to my buddy about it. He's like, I hate number 2, and I go, no, you have to understand, 2's the gay one. If you look at it that way, it's a great movie.
I see. Toback, he is a member on Rumble. He says, am I allowed to join the exclusive member stream? Yes, Toback, you are. I wrote to you on Rumble. Check the comment section. I'll keep up with your comment. We need an Old Man Bond. Dude, hey, Mark Miller wrote it with King of Spies. I would recommend people look into that comic. It was a one-off miniseries, one and done story. It may or may not become a movie. We'll see. All I know is, to me, that movie only makes sense if Pierce Brosnan plays the character. The same way Sean Connery got his Old Man Bond with The Rock. This movie, Brosnan playing Roland King, this needs to happen. Maybe I can dig out an image of King of Spies and show you guys for a point of reference. Like, oh yeah, this is totally based off of Pierce Brosnan's James Bond, obviously a lot older. And luckily, someone already set it up for me. Thank you, human being that I don't know on Twix. And what's up, FKHC 2005 says, you said member. I did say member. Okay, so I gotta get it out. And right there. So you look at that, and then you look at this. I mean, totally not a resemblance whatsoever. I mean, you look at that, like the facial hair, even his hairline is similar, and the way he's got the dude, come on, this needs to happen. This needs to happen.
It should only happen if
Pierce Brosnan does. To me, it should only be.
It should only be him. Yes,
I agree. Dark Horse has been putting out library size editions where there are these mega size books of these comics, and they did one on Starlight recently that I still want, hopefully in time. Man, that would be cool to have this all. But reading King of Spies with the enlarged artwork is like, holy crap! If only like Marvel made one of these with like the classic Adam Warlock, I already have a hardcover of that Warlock line, But if they made a huge one like that, I'd be all over that too. Then I would just have 2 big hardcovers. I'd have to have 1 hardcover per hand. Everything about that was very homoerotically said. But anyways, King of Spies needs to happen.
What? Huge? Engorged?
just want to rub beards.
Hard? I don't want you. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
This needs to happen. I want this to be a movie, and also because it is one and done story, I don't want it as a show. It needs to just be a one and done movie. And I've read it, and this is shocking because it's very brutal, but it's also very heartfelt. And even though it's called King of Spies, it really is about family. And that's like, whoa. Like I somewhere out there, I can hear the echo of Keanu Reeves being awed by that. Like, whoa, violence and family. Whoa, violence and family. So here's hoping. The blueprint is right there too. It's all right there. So once again, can someone get the right lessons from it? I mean, find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. And Toback, Proctor Deuce, Nick Weiser, you knew Once Upon a Dream. Oh, Toback, I did not know you were Proctor Deuce on Twix. I will send you it right now. Okay? Apologies. So let me get the thingy. Okay, bear with me, dudes. I'm getting this for Proctor Deuce because I do know him. I did not know you were also considered Toback. Toback was Proctor. This is like a Finkel and Einhorn type of thing going on. No, for real. It's like, oh man.
I'd ask D-Bud and you while you're typing, you had mentioned they were thinking about doing a DC animated for Nightfall. I haven't read it. You know, I'm honest about that kind of stuff, but I know it. I used to have one of the comics, and I'm curious as well. This is why I did this earlier when you mentioned it's like that's the one with the costume with the very tall ears.
Azrael. With Kelly Jones' art. Yeah, Kelly Jones' art with Batman.
Yeah, he did. Guys know it. Yeah, and I'm curious that's what they're going to stick with, and Bane's going to be extra huge.
Well, that style was Kelly Jones. Nightfall was drawn by Graham Nolan mostly. Yeah, so very different art styles. Graham is a bit more simplistic than Kelly. I'll admit, for me, as much as I love Kelly Jones's art, I still, to this day, am still standing on my last legs. I'm not being a little bit less preferable to his Batman. I know some people have kind of warmed up to it. Now, Kelly Jones doing Dead Man, Love After Death. It was on, I think it was like late 80s DC miniseries. It was either late 80s or early 90s. Someone can fact check me on that. Outstanding stuff. And then, of course, his Dracula, he's doing for Kickstarter with Matt Wagner. Oh, dude, it is so good. It is. Yeah, I put a timer because I read my entire book 2 of that Dracula that's come out. It took me about. No, sorry, I'm lying. It took me over 2 hours to read it. Wow. Straight read. Didn't put it down to go piss. Didn't put it down to go eat a slice of pizza. I read straight through 2+ hours, and it was worth it. And Kelly Jones's art is outstanding. Matt Wagner kills on the writing, and even like the paper, like the way that it looks at the cover, it makes it look like old paper, which I like. Even though it's not, it's obviously like new, like more refined paper, but the coloring of it has like that like almost like sandy khaki yellow to it, which I love, and it makes it feel you're reading like an old tale. I love it. So, and of course that was the hardcovers through the Kickstarter version only, but yeah, for me, Kelly Jones is killer with that. But no, I would imagine they're going to do Nightfall. You got, hopefully, it probably won't, but in my opinion, they should be closer to Graham Nolan's art style because he did the bulk of that stuff. I don't think he did the entirety of it, but once again, someone can fact check me if I'm wrong. The Dead Man for $4.99, dude. I read the Dracula book 1, thought it read like a movie. Haven't read book 2. It reminded me of an evil version of Batman Begins. Book 1's good. Book 2 is just as good. I'm not gonna say better, but I'm gonna say it's just as good. It's definitely a lengthier read. And I'm looking for Proctor. Found it right here. Found your Proctor. Okay. So there you go. But I enjoy it just as much. I do want to get book 3. Unfortunately, I missed the campaign with it, but I'm gonna either when there's the next campaign for the 4th book, just get them together, or I can get the cheaper version of it through a retailer outlet where they have these softback. Either way, it's gonna be mine. It's gonna be mine. So thank you for another super chat, Dead Man. $4.99. That is very, very, very generous of you, sir. So okay, Toback, I sent you the link to your Proctor Deuce on X. So please come on in and we can talk more stuff. Gentlemen, is there anything you want to bring to the table? I'll start with Daryl. Is there anything you want to bring to my attention that I should know of?
Well, no, I just had a thought when you were bringing up the King of Spies thing. Simply because I happened to watch the Unholy Trinity movie on my flight with older Pierce Brosnan in there, and I'd say you're right on with that.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm a fan of Pierce Brosnan. I really like his Bond movies. Obviously, I've read King of Spies quite a few times, and I really want this to be a reality. And I think it gives us a proper hurrah since Brosnan wasn't actually supposed to be done when he was done with Bond. It wasn't something like he was intending on leaving. This, to me, would kind of give him his real life redemption arc. And which is funny because in the King of Spies story, which I highly recommend everyone reading, the character has a redemption arc in the story. I won't get into the details why, but it would just be very poetic for his character likeness and for him in real life to both have that that poetic justice. So here's hoping that it happens. And for those of you who can't get the shop, it is on Amazon. You can buy the big, thick book. And trust me, it's a big boy. It's a huge boy. So it'll look very nice in your hand, especially with the bigger artwork. So it's worth it. It's worth it. So please seek it out, especially if that shit goes like out of print. And then when it goes out of print and if there's like a movie, I'm like, yeah, I snagged that Dark Horse edition. And now that shit's out of print. Losers! Y'all sneeze. Y'all lose. I got it. You didn't. You see, you want to have the bragging rights. You want to have the power. You want to have the power. So I'm trying to encourage you all by being a bad influence to have the power. Ooh, he's here. All right. Nice. Welcome, sir.
El Duce. Oh,
hello.
You know what? He might have to do that thing you taught me how to do. StreamYard.
Check your settings, Proctor. Check your mic settings and your video settings. While you're getting that straightened out, I will talk to D-Bud really quickly. D-Bud, is there anything you want to refer to me my way?
I'm looking forward to the rest of this Bond month. Actually, I like the Brosnan movies. I really love Tomorrow Never Dies. That's my favorite.
Dude, that was my first one I ever saw in theaters.
Because he's got it was bringing back the henchman in that. Because that was a good henchman. Otto Götz is Stamper.
The villain aged too well, though. The villain aged way too well. That was like that villain's like, oh shit. That's what we deal with nowadays with the villain of the movie. Like I feel like a lot of people forgot about the villain in Tomorrow Never Dies, and I was like, guys, you not realize like that's what we got now is in that movie. So I think a lot of people when they rewatch that for Toxic Tuesday, a lot of people are gonna get a reminder because amongst the Escape from New Yorks and the They Lives of the world, Idiocracies, we talk about movies and characters that age a bit too well. I feel like Tomorrow Never Dies, though it seems pretty well regarded amongst Bond fans, but the villain feels like it's been forgotten about. I think when people watch it, it's going to be a very brutal reminder for everyone. Oh, bro, who knows? Maybe conversation will start back up because of us doing it. Once again, I'm bragging. I know I am, but let's hope we're the guy who we get that conversation going again. So no, I'm looking forward to it, D-Bud. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And there's still like a lot of things we still have yet to do. Like I want to do Joe Dirt. I find Joe Dirt very fun. We still have yet to do Days of Thunder. I'm looking forward to doing Days of Thunder. We'll probably even do F1 as well, as far as like a newer one, because that's got a lot. That one was really fun. A lot of great racing. A lot of great badass men doing men things in the movie too. So it ain't as homoerotic as Top Gun, but the badassery is on a similar level. So
now, speaking of homoerotic, I have to admit that I cheated on you a couple of weeks ago, Nick.
Oh, what happened?
I was on Geary's show a couple of weeks ago. I was on vacation, so I was able to do his Wednesday show.
Yes, you were
doing. My son there was in the chat.
Yeah, man. It was great. It was a great conversation piece. Sadly, you didn't get much more than just screen time, no lines or anything. So you were just paid to be pretty sitting there.
And I was perfectly fine with it because we had we were talking about it was a TV movie from 1973, Frankenstein: The True Story, which it's a very excellent version of the Frankenstein story. It's very different than what you're used to.
Oh,
very well done.
Hang on a second.
We had he had actually the author of a book on the movie, Sam Irvin. Yes, that's the movie right there. And Sam Irvin actually does the commentary and does the interviews on the Blu-ray that Tim is showing there.
Nice.
But he also did a book, which is just slightly out of reach. Give me just a second to grab it.
Yeah.
But there's an interesting thing about the title of this. How can it be a true story when it's a work of fiction?
Monster Home. This book is all about that movie.
I'm gonna dig in you.
Yeah, this is a very
dude.
It has tons of illustrations in it. It goes through all of the production, pre-production, filming, interviews with the stars. He talked to several of the people in the movie. In fact, he's got interviews that are on that Blu-ray that Tim showed with Jane Seymour, Leonard Whiting, who's these two folks on the cover. Unfortunately, Michael Sarrazin passed away about 15 years ago, and I think now they didn't get to interview him at all. But and Sam is he's a hoot. He's an openly gay man, and there's the producer of the movie was a very openly gay man. And so there's a lot of homoeroticism in the movie. Like, that's right up Nick's alley.
Yep. We just gotta get to we got maybe like what we could do is next year in October, maybe we'll take an extra week out of like the second half of September and go a little double down on some more horror, and we can include some Frankenstein in there in the mix. So I think that's a great idea. D-Bud. I would like to cover ground with that Frankenstein to be in front. Yeah, what's up, Awesome One? Long time no see. And he said, yeah, you saw how big it was in D-Bud's hand? He couldn't even put both hands around it. That just tells you everything about how big it was. Look, see his hands. He can't even reach around with both his hands on that.
Well, that sucks. You can't get a reach around.
It has David McCallum's in it, and James Mason.
You said Jane Seymour, D-Bud? I got to cut it here for a second. Did you say Jane Seymour? Battlestar Galactica, Jane Seymour?
Oof. Yeah, and Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman.
Nice, Tim. Good one. Because I remember her in a Sinbad movie with Tom Baker, and I believe it might have been...
No, she was in the one with Patrick Wayne, who's John Wayne's son.
John Wayne's son. Okay.
Although Tom Baker's in this Frankenstein movie.
What?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah. He was actually, when they first talked to him, which is in the book, they were contemplating having him be the monster in the movie, but they went with Sarrazin, and they gave him the role of a sea captain later in the movie. So
very nice.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to try to see if Proctor Deuce here. Do you have your mic function, sir? Hello. I can see you turn your mic on. I can see your avatar. It looks like a chimp with like a Pope hat on, but I cannot hear you. But I definitely see your avatar. Check your mic settings where you look at where you mute it. Right click the blue arrow pointing down, and then it'll show you where you could check your mic settings. And that'll be your way of setting it from there. You can even do a test run from there, my friend. Just go ahead and give that a look, and we'll happily get back to you, okay? Because I would love to hear the sound of your voice so we can dazzle and arousal the men on the panel. So, anyways, Tim Hayes, sir, great segue. Is there anything you would like to bring to my attention as a member?
Anything I'd like to?
Yeah. What would you like to like? Whether it's like a Toxic Tuesday suggestion, or Nick, your streams are too homoerotic, or Nick, you need to put out videos again. I just want to hear it, whatever it is.
I don't know.
Or something you just want to show off. You want to show off some
I've got lots of stuff to show off.
Tim's loaded, dude. You gotta be careful there, Nick. He's got some stuff, man.
Too
Tim's got
homoerotic.
some stuff.
Never enough.
He's got
no,
a lot
you're
of
right.
cool
It is
shit,
never
man.
enough. I know Keely Cho, like
I've got a lot to show off. I got this guy recently.
Ooh, I'm gonna embiggen you so we can see what's in your
There's some
hands.
Star Wars.
You got a Bowflex, okay?
Yeah,
so
he's
if
like
Chuck
an
Norris has a
astronaut.
Star
Bowflex,
Wars ones.
if Chuck Norris has a Bowflex, you have a Bowflex.
Yeah, and then I got this.
I used to do. Never mind.
I got
it's a
the
Bo
new
Derek.
land speeder that has
That is
farm boy
nice.
loop with it.
I destroyed mine as a kid, man.
Yeah, I had to throw mine away recently, my Kenner one, because it was damaged.
We used to put the figures in them, put firecrackers in there, and then launch them off of shit.
That's horrible.
That's what we did.
No worse than me and my brothers with BB guns and figures. Yep.
Oh, dude. Actually, did I ever tell you guys, as Tim's showing off his goods in his hand, about the first time I ever got hit by a paint gun? Does anyone know the lore on that? I think I put the lore
the cat
on
and the canary.
Classic.
Yeah, this is silent.
It's a silent, yeah.
And then I got this one that's.
Oh,
I haven't seen that
one.
Nice,
Yeah.
dude.
It's more of a Wolfman vampire movie than a Frankenstein movie, though.
But still, oh, dude, I want to let it out when I see that cover in your hands. Like, that is nice. Like, I feel like Randy Marsh right now. I'm just like, oh yeah, that is awesome.
Randy Marsh is great.
What's up, John Platt?
Come on, bring it.
How you doing, John? I like how the Johns are popping up tonight in the chat. Like, shout out to the Johns. We got a lot of Johns here. When we have our Johns now, we had no problem hitting the John together as one. So shout out to John Platt. Oh man.
And don't forget to shout out the John Sons too.
Oh, and Johnsons are very important. Very important. So we don't forget about our Johnsons around these parts. Yes, Johns are good. See, we're filling in the void for Toxic Tuesday tonight. We're just having fun with it now, and it's great. Okay, it's diabolically huge, but okay. What was I going to go in about on lore, man?
Paintball.
Paintball. The first time I ever used a paint gun, I'm like, this can't hurt that bad, can it? You guys already know what I'm about to do. So I took the gun, pointed at my chest, and shot myself.
Jesus.
And you still have a hole in your chest, right?
Break one of your ribs.
Oh, dude, it hurt. I had a nice welt on my chest. So I remember like, guys, you should see this mark I got on my chest. And they're like, oh, what the hell did you do? I was like, oh, I shot myself with the paint gun. Like, holy shit. Oh, dude. I was seriously, I felt like every week from when I was 11 till about 25 was like a new test on how to outdo my legend. Like, there was a time where I went to a party and I had a job interview the very next morning. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get drunk. I'm going to party. I'm going to go in that interview, and it's going to be great. Well, I make it to the interview, but the problem is everything I brought with me from the night before is missing. My license, my social, and about $250 is gone.
What?
And
your pants too.
The pants somehow were intact. Somehow, I couldn't believe it. So everything I had that has my name to it was gone. It was like I was living a real life version of the Bourne Identity. So we made like a whole crisis of it. Nick has lost his identity. He needs to rediscover his identity. And going to offices to galore to retract all these things. So yeah, obviously I didn't get the job at the place I was applying to because I had nothing to show. I was who I was. That was very awkward. It's like, wow. Yeah. And the funny part too is I made it to the interview on time. I didn't show off like a single sign that I was drunk or stumbling around. Like I was by winning. Like I was straight up like full on Charlie Sheen machine winning. And somehow, even though I wasn't stumbling, I still lost everything. It didn't matter if I looked mint condition because I had hundreds of dollars missing along with my license and my social and my everything missing. My wallet's just completely missing. I tried going back to the house to like, hey, did you guys see this? Like, no, we didn't. So either they're lying to me or they genuinely did, and maybe someone else there saw it and took it. I don't know. I'll never know to this day. But yeah, that was some shit. That was some real shit. There was another time I dropped a car battery on my toe, on my big toe too, and it hurt like a bitch.
And you weren't wearing a boot or anything, right?
I was wearing shoes at the time because I was retarded. I'm just like slightly less retarded now. And I tried working the next morning, and I immediately fell. I was like, holy shit, this isn't going to work. And then I had to go get crutches. And I had to go to a party later that night. And then I get into a fight with two guys on crutches at the party.
God damn. You talk about a series of unfortunate events. Come on now.
And then the next day, his crutches were gone.
Actually,
one of them was.
Well, one of them was. The other one was, Steve, not in a proper place.
One of them did go missing. One of them actually did go missing. The other one I had, which is incredible that I even had the one, but yeah, I don't do like there. I remember there are times where I woke up and I didn't know how I got in place. I remember like walking around in the shithole of Baltimore, not knowing where I was, and then waking up at a hotel room, and I'm like, oh.
And how many guys were in the bed you woke up in?
I was going to say.
It was all men in the room.
What was his name, Nick? What was his name?
Nick. Yeah.
Wait, Baltimore. That's near Virginia. It wouldn't be a guy named Gary, would it?
Ain't no AIDS to show for it. Like, that's great. Ain't no AIDS to show for it.
You got to stop meeting straight up dudes that are, because we all know you're secure in your masculinity, Nick. But when you meet straight up guys and they buy you 10 shots, and then
actually, I got a story about when I got too many shots. That was a bad afternoon. That wasn't even a night. That was an afternoon. That was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
And then you wake up with all your shit missing, and you had a dream about Indian leg wrestling all night long. It's not a good take.
So basically, what I'm hearing is that either Nick isn't allowed to drink with me, or Nick is allowed to drink with me, just so we can see how far we can push it.
Oh, absolutely. That's what it's all about.
Because there is a standing rule at my buddy's house out here that I have to bring my own bottle. Because I can drink an entire handle to myself and still function.
Oh, that's amazing. See, I'm weird and retarded like that because if you put like, let's just say vodka near me, I'm a absolute lightweight of the worst order. But if you put in like a handle of whiskey in front of me, it's all good. So I know that doesn't make sense, but that's literally how my body functions.
So for me, the only time I've ever had a hangover was actually 2 years ago. and that was after a handle of brown sugar bourbon and then some homemade apple pie moonshine. I drank a half a gallon of it.
Oh, dude.
And that's the only time I've ever had a hangover, but I was still functioning until I passed out.
That's amazing. How did you not end up a lady boy? Phew, that was close. Oh, dude. And once again, there's many times I'm like, I don't know how I like got around, didn't get killed. Like, there's many instances. I still do that though, Nick.
Nick hasn't traveled to Thailand yet.
I've been to Thailand. Okay, so Toback wrote in the Rumble chat, I'm sorry, my software, my hardware are experiencing dysfunction. It's probably because you're on the show and your internet hardware got erectile dysfunction. That's ED. I am ashamed to admit. It's okay. We all get it. Sometimes my internet sometimes can't get it up either. Trust me. I know what it's like, Toback. Sometimes my internet just says, I don't want to get it up for you, Nick. I'm like, well, fuck you, bitch. Get it up already.
You got to smack it around a little bit and talk dirty to her.
John Platt says, the Christmas shopping recently, and apart from presents for family members, I also went to my local comic shop and picked up 1 through 60 of Marvel Comics, John Carter, Warlord of Mars of 1977. My man, you have done very good. Damn, dude. That is
very nice.
Incredible. Wow. I wish I had those. I've read some of them, but I don't have any of them. Woo, dude. You done good there. You done very good. Speaking of,
I used to have all of them.
Did
Sold
you?
them in 1980. Yeah.
Dave, sir, you had a package that was sent to you, and while you show off your package that I sent you, I sent him a huge package.
I got these for when I go down to the beach in summer. You know,
those are supposed to be Mad Mardigans.
Yes, Mad Mardigans, right? And then I can pop everybody's bottle while I'm down there.
Oh yes,
but
these look
they actually are good bottle openers.
Are they? Are they good ones? Nice. Yes. Nick Weiser sent me this. Everybody, thank you so much. And it's a little thickened, too.
Oh, good.
And the weird thing is, Nick, you had talked about Flash Gordon. This has been out for 2 years, and I thought I recognized the artwork and everything on it because you asked me, because I'm a Flash Gordon fan.
Yes, sir.
And I love the old school shit with the sword and all that. And so it had a chapter 0 in it. And then I was like, this looks so familiar. So I breezed through it. Yeah. And then I recognized it from chapter 1, the regular comic standalone. Yep. I didn't know this is what you had actually sent me. I thought this was something. So dude, this is awesome. I had read the first 3 of the comics, but I didn't have the chapter 0. I didn't have this is really nice.
It has 0 and 1 through 5. So you're well set there.
Nice. And then it also has some artwork in the back, which is really cool.
I love how Homer Rock, even the chat is awesome. One says it's a package stream. Masker says so many packages, so little time.
Yeah, very nice.
And Nick loves stroking his big members.
Well, I do have members of all sizes on this panel right now. I have a small member.
I got one that I showed off at one of the last Mead member streams, but I don't think I showed it here. So give me a second.
Show it off.
Oh, was that heavy metal?
Oh,
yes, it is.
And big in that, dude. Yes,
I will happily embiggen him.
Yeah.
Oh, that is nice. Oh, dude.
That
is. Oh, that's a 50.
That's a book.
Wow.
Yeah. Holy
dude. It's so big. Now we can see your hand. That's how big it was. You have to turn the other side in order to actually see your hand. Wow.
Yeah. It was part of the Kickstarter for the reprint of the #1 issue. So I wound up picking that up.
I heard they went through a good regime change, actually. I know that it went so good that they even unblocked Gary Nerdrotic. That's how good the regime change was. And I was there when my buddy 5 picoseconds, if you're out there 5, I saw it because I met him in person, 2024 Dallas meet, and we hung out at the Fan Expo Con. I saw him buy Heavy Metal #1. It was awesome to like be there at that moment. Like, dude, he got Heavy Metal #1. It was wild.
Sadly, my grandfather had a bunch of them from the original prints and everything. And when he passed, we found that they had water damage and mold on them, and I was like, "Son of a!" Because I had found an old head shop back home that was selling the originals that were never sold, you know, the bulk items and whatnot. And knowing that he was into it, I bought a bunch of them, gave them to him for Christmas one year, and he goes, "Yeah, go into the rest of the collection," because he didn't have those ones. And he had from #1 all the way up until, I want to say, like 88, 89 era. And then, yeah, sadly, they all got damaged.
Oh, fuck. That's at least he owned. I got it's worse, but it's not worse. That story is worse in the sense of having it and then losing it. I have a friend of mine who ran a comic shop in the 80s, and he passed up on a certain comics thing. I don't think it's gonna amount to anything. And it was the one that got away from him because he passed up having a few copies at his shop. And I'm referring to him having access to a first print of TMNT #1 from Eastman and Laird. And he thought it was not going to sell on his shelf. And obviously, the worth of those is incredible. Even the second prints of those are worth money. So that's a tragedy in its own right. He just let it go. At least you had family who owned it. They just sadly lost it in a tragedy. Whereas this guy's just like, this isn't gonna do anything. I was part with that. Let someone else try to sell this. I was like, dude. He's like, that was the worst mistake I ever made as a retailer in my several decades of I was like, wow, you could never live that one down. Like, you can never ever live that one down. Passing up on TMNT.
Yeah, but to be fair, I mean, with those black and whites, you never knew they weren't going to necessarily sell very well.
Oh,
so
no one knew.
People who did order it didn't get a lot of them anyway.
I saw it and didn't buy it either. I was like, oh, this is it looks great.
Yeah.
Who knew? Who knew, right?
And there's a lot of them that were worth a whole bunch of money in the late 80s, and they're worth absolutely nothing now because nobody cares about them anymore. But
there's like a handful of the ones that I see. As a kid, I didn't actually have access to as many comics as I would have wanted to.
Okay.
I was gifted a bunch of them when I was a kid, and they were randos, weird ones that I'd never heard of, that were never mainstream, that I got interested in, like Pit. And then one of them that my brother used to get real into is the Legion of Substitute Heroes. We had a slew of those that were given to us. Never heard of them. Didn't know what the heck they were. But because we were young and we were just like happy to have comics, we were like, sweet.
Hey, Tim, can you turn off your mic so we don't have to hear the background noise?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, it's just whenever you're speaking, just go ahead and turn it back on, and that way we have the flow of the conversation with this. No, dude, I'm trying to think of any comics that I had that were ones that got away. I don't think I have any, but to be fair, I didn't grow up in a time where there was really that. And no, I will never count the Image Boon as one of that because those were always all overprinted. I go to shops still to this day, and I still see overprinted copies of Turok #1 from, was it 96, 97? I think that was Valiant, I think.
Valiant's would have been more like the
Valiant?
Early 90s. Yeah, if it was Turok.
I think
those were
Valiant.
early 90s.
Yeah. I remember liking it, but it was just they overprinted on that so hard. It made no sense because it was Turok. We weren't talking Spider-Man. Hell, we weren't even talking
the early
Daredevil.
Ones, actually, the very first issues of those, they didn't really overprint. It was a few issues later because they were getting hyped in like Wizard magazine, and all those Valiant titles got really hyped, and then they started kind of overprinting at that point.
But that #1 though, holy crap,
Yeah.
it is insane.
The ones that got overprinted were the Death Mates. You know about
I
those?
heard about those ones too.
Those
ones,
were yes, that was Image and Valiant's crossover books, and Valiant got all theirs out on time.
At least they did.
Image didn't.
Oh,
And luckily,
yeah.
they were so late that they actually, the distributor allowed us to return them because they were so late. But we did get stuck with a bunch of the Valiant ones because people were waiting for the Image ones to come out. So they weren't buying all the Valiant ones we were expecting them to. So
see, that is an important lesson to know why having your comic out is still very important. Outside,
I think we talked about it on Dave's show one time when Hungry Boy was on. Because that was like, cash flow wise, that is a killer for a comic book store.
Yeah,
those were $5, cover price books, which was a lot at that time.
Yeah, some of the old Richie Rich, Hot Stuff.
Oh, that's good stuff there.
I had tons of Archies, tons back in the day, man.
Okay,
all those keys. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Torres got a great Homer comment. That Heavy Metal book is returning the blood flow. If you read that out of context, that sounds really like, oh, that book makes me hot. And then they says my old Heavy Metal mags have fluid damage. Oh boy! Throwback! Wow!
It's Tuesday night.
I'm thinking one of his favorite South Park episodes is probably Major Boobage with Kenny when he does the cat stuff, and then he goes back and they do all heavy metal.
Oh yeah,
it's a complete. Remember that now?
Complete homage. Yes,
complete homage.
Rumble actually is rumbling right now. I love that you guys actually are rumbling on Rumble. That's the way I like it here. And but reading Toback's comments like that out of context, holy wow!
Are you sure you read them out of context and they weren't actually in context?
True. That may be up for debate because you see those comments like, oh boy.
In the ass?
Oh man, I don't want. I always want to check on how Mark is doing, but I know if I did, it's not going to be good, and I don't want to be losing the gear we got. What is that noise? Is that you, Tim? Yeah, that's you, Tim.
Yeah.
Mike. Thank you.
It's like winning.
I need to stay winning. That's what I need to do is to stay winning.
My mom has the TV on in the background.
That's fine. For when you're not speaking,
So
have your mic off.
I don't know when she's going to bed, so
That's fine. But for when you're not speaking, just have the mic off. That way, because it comes across very loud. Heavy Metal Comics.
I think when you're playing, I was gonna say, I think when you're playing your little audio clips, it's unmuting him somehow.
It does, and that's not his fault. So that's that I can just revert back to it. But Heavy Metal Comics better than Viagra from John Platt.
Well, see,
nice.
As long as it's pre-99 era, because I did notice a trend going on with the early 2000s ones where they started actually blurring out the images in them.
Really?
What?
Yep.
That's great.
They would actually blur out some of the more erotic imaging, or they would draw the speech bubbles right over what was taking place so that you couldn't see, but it was hinted to.
Blasphemy.
That sounds like blasphemy. You know, that reminds me of
It
my
was.
buddy Eric O'Sullivan. I don't know if you know who Eric O'Sullivan is, aka Sully. He's a frequent guest on Thinking Critical's Comics Aficionados Saturday mornings. And he talked about a Milo Manara art book that he got. And I got to see if he still got it. Oh, yeah, he made a video about it. I guess I'll read his post. I'll get it up and we'll we'll read his post about it. Now, he handles it a little bit differently than I would, but, I still like the man, but, we just have different ways of how we operate, how we move. Sweeney wants revenge for that practice. Is that referring to Sydney Sweeney? Here we go. Mr. Sully says, at my LCS this week, I bought a Milo Manara erotica art book, one I've never read. I'm a big fan. Yet this set in ancient Roman times with the protagonist transforming from man into donkey. There was one thing I literally do not want to be caught dead with. Now I want to know. So I cut those offending pages out of my book. So let me ask you, was this anti-art? And then he promotes his channel. I said to him, it's not anti-art because, well, he bought the copy. You do with it as you wish since you spent your money on it. But personally, I would have not taken it out, but that's just me because as I put in the cons, I accept that when you embrace the good, sometimes the bad comes with it. And that's just the nature of the beast. But I'll tell you what, man, what kind of weird donkey artwork's in Milo Manara books? I'm sure at least a few of us gentlemen on this panel know who Milo Manara was. I mean,
I don't, but I can give some healthy speculation.
I got the perfect lore for you that will say, okay.
I would have sent Sully some Mad Mardigan stickers instead of having to cut it off. He could just mat it.
All right. Now, did you hear Daryl about? I think this is 10 years ago. There was a controversial comic cover for Spider-Woman, and it was because of this.
Oh yeah, okay, I remember
that.
I remember what you're talking about, but vaguely.
This was Milo Manara right here. That was kind of like his style, and so it was a variant cover for the Spider-Woman comic, and obviously he's like that's like his thing. But apparently, because there's many who got so up in arms about it, not only did they make it a limited cover, but they ended up putting the logo on her ass. It's like, wow, guys. I mean, granted, I know like the image is all the way up to the top, anyways, but still, it's just like, guys.
Yeah, so that's the same concept of practice that they were doing with the 2000s era of heavy metal. They would, if it just showed a little bit of a nip or a little bit of cleavage, they would put something over it to make it not be visible. Or there was a couple of them that I remember seeing that they actually literally blacked out the imaging in the comics. So it was like, oh, well, that's just drawing my eye to it even more now.
Well, you take something away from someone, it makes them want it that much more. As why have the censored when you can have the uncensored? Basically.
Well, and the thing is with the way they were censoring it in the instances of blacking out the images and whatnot, or the little part of the image, it broke up the entirety of the flow of what was going on in the comics. So your eye automatically came to it.
True.
You're like, oh.
Yeah. No, you're right on that. I would agree with you wholeheartedly on that. Our eyes see things that we gravitate towards specific things, and sometimes they make us go from boys to men. Like I know a lot of guys who became men when they saw Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, Batman Returns. It's the facts of life. It's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, and I'm sure heavy metal had a bit of a profound effect on a lot of us gentlemen. The comments on Rumble hilarious.
Dude, I watched that movie way too young in life. I found it because I'm not kidding you. I was probably about 9-10 years old. My grandmother on my dad's side ran a video rental store, but she also recorded shit off of cable all the time. So it was a blank recorded tape. And we finished watching. I can't remember what the first movie was, but then all of a sudden it cuts to heavy metal. I'm thinking, okay, cartoon, cool. Holy shit. I like this movie.
I wonder why.
Exactly. And I was, like I said, way too young when I saw that movie.
Dave, National Geographic. Also was like Sears catalog. Well, I was the IKEA catalog.
Yeah.
There's nothing in the IKEA catalog. I just
the Swedish meatballs for you there, Nick.
Oh, they have Donkey Show on the hub. Whoa, what is going on at Rumble? Holy crap! I have no idea. What is that?
Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong chat.
Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong chat. I don't. Yeah, I'm sorry with you, D-Bud.
I have no idea what is all going on over there on Rumble. You guys, no, do they? I was just joking. I was just joking. I wasn't being serious. Is that actually true? I wouldn't know. I really wouldn't know. I was just like fucking off. That's all I was doing was just like talking trash and talking shit because it's fun. I mean, why would I not?
And then when Victoria's Secret started rolling out, man, boy,
I was like, I'm staying the fuck away from this. Like, I'm like, who are you? Like, why are you ruining my life with the stuff? I come to my life knowing I can enjoy the benefits. Rocky 3. You're taking away. My grandpa showed me Playboys at 7 years old. Don't know if it was abused or appreciative. Wow, this has basically become like an AA meeting confession now of our discoveries of when we realized we were all straight men. I love it. This has been a confession I'll tell all tonight.
Well, I mean, when you were talking about bows, I was thinking of Bo Derek. I remember the movie 10, and then wasn't she in Tarzan, one of the old Tarzan movies?
She was in
Tarzan. The canon Tarzan movie.
It was a canon.
The 8-man Tarzan from '81.
Yeah, that one. It's that 81 one.
All right, guys. Your dude here found the cover. They got the logo right on their ass. And then someone actually cosplayed as it.
Oh, nice.
It actually happened.
He's got
I'm
a
actually
bigger
shocked
ass in the picture that looks like a heart.
Well, I'm not going to give advice on how you can have one like that because, well, that's not for me to discuss. But
why is her butt sticking up?
Well, that was the style of Milo Manara. That was his intention to make the art look that way for it to stand out like that. That was just kind of his thing. So, yeah, Milo, he wanted the men to come out to the art, and I'm sure it got a few men out there doing that. So, yeah. Let's see here. Anything on Rumble? No, nothing on Rumble. But Dave, while you were showing off your huge package that you got for me, is there anything you want to throw my way? Tell me about? Say, hey, this is cool. Hey, that sucks. What should I know from Dave Z?
I think I was going to start hounding you about doing Ice Pirates on Toxic Tuesday.
Think about January. I think
I was going to say
January.
I thought that was a discussion already.
It was. He had brought to my attention a while back, and I've kind of kept it on the back burner. And now that, time has gone by, and I feel like it's now time to put it in the front.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember riding your ass about it a while back.
Oh, thank you, Daryl. Thank you, Daryl. And this is my other brother, Daryl.
Oh. Wow. So you were just coming up.
Jesus Christ.
You just two Ice Pirates. You just showed up like that.
Nice.
Oh, damn.
No, I remember there was a reference to it that I think Tom made to you, and you're like, I have no idea what it is. And I'm like, I'm in the chat going, Ice Pirates, what the hell?
I've not seen
dude.
it.
Love that freaking movie, man. Love it. And if you want Toxic, though, it's got one of the best space character monsters in it of all time. No spoilers.
Uh-huh.
Daryl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But
I'm just thinking about a particular scene where he's introducing a new robot, and the comment was, "Why is he black?"
Yeah. Well, they're on the conveyor belt too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
that one too.
I'm already spoiling alert. I'm already spoiling.
Easy posted. It's good to have a huge package. They make nice gifts. Oh man,
swing.
Oh yeah, swing, swing.
Boing.
God bless the cosplay that hose over there. Yeah, that's a market. That's for sure. That is a market. That's for freaking sure. The cosplay world. I got nothing for it, but
Well,
no, Ice Pirates, it's an inevitability. It's gonna happen. It's for sure gonna be in January.
Well,
it's gonna be like it is inevitable. You can even come on the stream for that if you want.
Oh, dude, if you play, I'm RSVP already, dude. That's fucking. That's not. And if you ever do Flash Gordon again, so.
The Flash Gordon. We should do like a rerun version, and then we'll do Flash Gordon again, and Showdown in Little Tokyo again. If we were to do a rerun version, a seamless rerun,
the greatest hits.
So I gotta just had a random thought here, and I just have to ask this question. I think Diva is going to understand why I'm asking it. Since you have said that you haven't seen Ice Pirates, have you seen The Last Starfighter at least?
It's been a while, but yes.
Okay.
I've absolutely seen The Last Starfighter. It's a very lovely movie. Unlike Chocolate with Johnny Depp.
Chocolate.
Fuck Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Not that pretentious French bullshit. Chocolate. It's Chocolate with Johnny Depp. Oh, man.
Like I said, Diva understood why I was asking that question.
It's a special movie. It's got some heart to it. We'll just say that. It's got some heart.
Tim, have you seen Ice Pirates, Tim? Because Tim's got a shitload of movies, though. I don't know if he's.
Go ahead.
I've got a DVD of Ice Pirates in my room somewhere, but that's one movie my mom hates.
Have you watched it? What's your thoughts on it? Do you like it?
My mom took me to see Ice Pirates back in 1984 when I was a kid, and she was pissed.
No. My mom took me to see Star Wars, not Ice Pirates.
So I'd say that's a ringing endorsement for Toxic Tuesday. If his mom.
Maybe that should be like the first one of the new year. We'll go into 2026 with Ice Pirates then. That'll be the way we kick off 2026 then. All right, there you go. First one of 2026. So, okay. Far in advance. Let me look at my calendar now. That would be January. Very funnily enough, January 6th, guys. We'll be talking Ice Pirates. So there you have it. You heard it.
Are you serious?
On January 6th. The first Toxic Tuesday of the year will be on January 6th. Now we have to do it on that day. Like, that's like a double whammy.
That's beautiful. That's freaking awesome.
Oh, dude.
Oh, this is going to be good.
That's great when a plan comes together.
I'm writing that shit down.
Right.
I hope there are sword fights galore when we do the movie.
Oh,
Daryl, don't tell him. Don't tell him, Daryl.
I'm not saying a word.
Because D-Bud knows.
Oh,
I'm writing that down.
January 6th. I excited for this. Well,
dude.
Well, dudes, hey, it's been touching. It's been good to hang out with the boys, as per usual. Story of my life, but it's a story that I never get sick of. Thank you all for being friends. And on the way out, is Mark would say, we'll go an extra 10 for Mark. I was going to call it a night. We'll go an extra 10 for Mark.
Sorry about that.
Mark,
yeah,
it's
bad
okay.
timing,
No, for you, we'll go. We'll ride it out a little longer.
Yeah. The election was didn't last too long.
Oh, we know. We made it.
How's it going?
Very good, Tim. Yep. Well, we won, so we won in town, our local election. But
well, that's
so
good.
That's
good. That's good for the very small towns, because
Yeah.
I know there was a shit show. We've done a very good job avoiding politics on this show, but I'm glad you got some good smaller victories because some of the bigger ones were.
I didn't think it
tragic.
went that well. Yeah, because I was just focused on the local stuff all night. But
That's
I guess,
good.
But New York, I guess they've got the. I know we don't do politics typically, but I guess the socialist, Democrat socialist commie got in. I guess in New York City. So I hope my kids are safe. But,
It's just bringing us closer to Escape from New York being reality. That's all.
Yeah.
Think of it that way.
Of course,
That's what I imagine.
Where do you live at, Mark?
I'm in Connecticut, so I'm in a small town in Connecticut.
Okay.
Yep. So, about an hour from New York City, but we know we're gonna need Iron Man to keep us safe, right, D-Bud? So
Dude, that image I sent to you of Iron Man from a few nights ago, that was a very
was that the one with this face and the helmet? Yeah, I saw that. I was watching a replay of that. Like, oh my god, I gotta find that picture.
Put it on his face,
and they did.
Let me put this on.
Yeah,
I'm Iron Man. Well, D-Bud Martin is Iron Man.
This looks awesome, actually.
Oh, I got my ears in there.
Ah!
Now will it come off again?
Well, you're getting your Iron Man helmet on.
Nice. Can you hear us?
I'm not Mexican.
We need a sombrero for that.
Can you hear us?
Come on, light up.
Mark, can you hear us?
Touch the side here.
No, he can't hear us.
He's not touching the right spots.
Oh, don't scratch it up, dude.
Yeah,
Don't scratch the side of it.
Yeah, be gentle with how you touch it.
Yeah, be
I'm out
careful.
of
Be nice
power.
with your head.
That's fun. That thing is fun, though. Yeah.
We always
You
want
have
good
one of
head
these?
from Mark.
Yeah. You don't have this, do you, D-Bud? Or
oh god, no.
Would you want one? Like, no, I'm like, would
if
you?
I wanted one, I'd want.
Would you
one
want
that,
one
that has the horns? The horn helmet's my favorite.
Yeah, that's the classic. Yeah,
I love that one. That one I would see.
Yeah. Well, this was on sale on the Amazon for a very good price, so I couldn't resist. My wife's like, "Don't spend too much money this month." Yeah, with big car bills.
You gotta-
Oh,
like,
shit.
What's your stipend
He
for
says
new
that
Hallmark
every
stuff?
month.
Yeah, what's your upcoming Christmas stipend for Hallmark ornaments?
I'm in trouble with that. I already bought myself a couple Hallmark ornaments.
Well, if you go on
Nice.
to onto eBay and buy the ornaments he makes, then he'd be able to get more ornaments himself.
Oh, this one is so awesome. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Where's the? Gotta plug this in. Yep. Here we go. This thing is freaking awesome. Let me plug this in. Yep.
All right. Well, you plug that in. I'm gonna acknowledge
Yeah,
Toback's great
Yeah.
comment. Did you ever look into the Tom Hardy played Charles Bronson movie I recommended? Maybe the panel is familiar. Which one did he do that again? I can't say I remember. I know you messaged me. Rewrite the name again, dude. And Masquerade, hey Nick, emailed you back. I'll get back to it. This week I did see it, and then I was gonna write back, and then I forgot to write back because I'm retarded. So, but I will get back to you this week though. Like that will happen. You can ask some of the guys. Like sometimes I take a few days, sometimes a few weeks, but eventually I will get back to you. So it's just how things are sometimes. So, but you will hear from me.
You will get an
while
answer.
I'm alive. Yeah, you will get an answer. I promise. Okay, and it'll be great. So believe that. But okay, Mark, you were plugging.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh, I'm gonna embiggen you. Ooh. Oh, that's nice.
That's really neat. Is that a Christmas ornament?
It's a Christmas ornament. Yeah.
It's a big
But look,
one.
it's got like a hologram. It's got the hologram coming up on the screen.
Okay.
Which is insane.
That's nice.
Oh, that is nice.
Look at the wicked one. Yeah. So That's just wild.
Oh, that's good.
So I this is going under the tree, giving it to myself with my wife. I told her that I already got something. Yeah.
Massgrave, I know you're not rushing me. I'm rushing me. Okay, you're good, man. I know you ain't because you're a good dude like that. But I'm rushing me because I do want to do a better job of getting back to people quicker. It's just how hammered I am, and I'm not talking about in the alcoholic sense, but how much I got on my head. But I should. The alcohol definitely doesn't help either. Anyways, Mark, show off your goods.
Yeah, well, here's the I saw D-Bud was on, so when I went to get a soda tonight.
Oh, that's nice.
That's the classic one, right?
For me,
that's the helmet you want.
Well, that's the classic Iron Man helmet, but it's not the. I like the horned one from
the horned one, yeah,
the early '60s. Yeah.
So
which one is
that?
that?
That's a good. That's a Ramita Layton.
D-Bud likes his horny.
Yeah, but this would be 70s probably. D-Bud. I mean, I'm asking the expert.
Yeah,
that's why.
That's
70s,
like
right?
late 70s. That one.
Yeah.
That's
this is the one I remember as a kid most.
Yeah, that was the first Michelini Layton run where Ramita was doing the pencils.
Throwback.
Yeah, so like the classic.
Paul Bronson. Okay.
I have a Slurpee cup of Iron Man, but not a glass one like that.
My dude. All right. Toback, your comment is noted. I will look into Bronson. Mark, you're the first man who showed off an object on the stream, and he was able to basically put his hand around it. So you get an A for effort and an A for succeeding, because every other man couldn't wrap their hands around something tonight on this panel. And trust me, this panel, we're all witnesses. Everything these guys are putting in their hands, like some things are a bit too big. You couldn't even see their hand. Like Daryl over here. Yeah, he couldn't even see. Look at that. D-Bud's got a thicky there. We had a lot of issues with what we had in our hands, but you were the one man.
I got huge for me, I've got big old meat beaters. So the fact that I couldn't wrap my hand around it,
Oh, too good.
It's been a girthy stream.
Oh, it has been, dude. It's actually been like a Diet Toxic Tuesday stream tonight, believe it or not. So, anyways, guys, it's been freaking fun. I love this, and I'm glad we got to do this again. So, hey, thank you guys for being members of all sizes on this channel. It's good to have all members of all sizes come on this stream and hang out, give us 2 hours of your time, and Toback, hopefully, we'll try again soon. And Skeptic Take, Lester, you got to come back on here soon, man. And Mark, I'm glad you were able to drop in at the last minute. And the Dead Man.
Just slid right in.
Hey, I'm glad. I'll take a moment. You can slide right in. You'll always have my attention with that. The Dead Man, thank you for all those super chats. And to John Edgar for his as well. And, of course, to my Rumblers, Dude Brosef, Toback, TZ, you guys. Fuck yeah, dudes. Thank you for guys holding down the fort over on the other side. And to all of you on YouTube, seriously, guys, I love hanging out, just talking whatever, whether it's about Godzilla or huge packages. Like, you never know where these shows go. And we talked about my life confession and all the wild shit I did. It's been a memorable one time. But I am thankful for your guys' time on here, and I do thank you guys for being members. I do appreciate it, and I hope we can make this happen again in December. We should be able to. I think the next one I'll be able to do, I'm either going to do either a Wednesday night show or a Friday night. I got to figure out what is the one more people could come on for, but it's going to be either Wednesday night or Friday night. It'll probably be around the same time, around 9 o'clock as well. So hopefully some of you guys can come back for that one. So if not, as much of you as possible, but I'm not plugging anything because, well, fuck that. But if you guys got anything you want to say, you can speak now or forever hold your peace, and we will pull out. So, hey, you gentlemen, want to say anything?
No, I was kind of looking forward to you. Does Mark know about you looking into doing Star Trek?
Oh,
I didn't hear that.
I will fill him in. I'll fill him in on that. I'll fill him in on that. Mark and I will talk. Mark and I will talk.
Because I think maybe you should be talking to these two guys right here and about that. Because I was like, oh,
we'll be talking, and maybe who knows? Maybe
call me on the communicator.
Motivation. Maybe that could be motivation for doing a member stream. For the member stream, make it like a thing where we talk about Trek on the member stream. Maybe that's an idea. Ooh,
I think I'm liking you watching the original series. To be honest with you,
it would be the original series. It would be the original series.
Yeah,
and maybe that could be like a default subject. That way, no matter what's going on, whether it's a slow news day, big news day, we're always at least talking about TOS Trek at the default for the member stream. But great idea. I like that, Dave. Mark, do you have a plug you want to plug?
No, well, just Fortnite Friday night and Sunday Night Geekery. So, and of course, we'll be back for Toxic Tuesday next Tuesday with more Bond.
Not enough.
We survived on YouTube this last time. There was no problems, right? It was all good.
No problems at all, man.
With the overlay, yep, good.
I even took my morning after pill, and I saw everything was okay.
We're getting nervous, right? Yeah,
yeah,
so that was good.
Sometimes you gotta check to make sure you're not on the positive side of things.
Yeah.
Any you other gentlemen, you have a hole you want to fill on the way out?
I'd just like to plug on Brian's show, that 70s Rock Fan Monday. He's going to be doing the canon film, the Hercules.
Cool.
Lou Ferrigno.
Nice.
Yeah.
Old school Herc.
Yep. Love it.
Nice.
Oh, I love it.
Love canon films.
I'll have to bring some of my Ferrigno weights to that one.
I was thinking, tomorrow night I'm doing the Batman Beyond comics from the 1999 run.
Ooh,
at 9.
okay.
And I'm going to look at it, but I thought that was Bruce Timm. It's not Bruce Timm. So I'm like, we'll see how it goes. Okay. But, and then Thursday, I was going to suggest another Toxic Tuesday, but since you're doing Ice Pirates, I'm not even going to mention anything else now. But you ever Shakes the Clown with Bobcat Goldthwait and Adam Sandler and just a bunch of people in there. But there's a cameo appearance by Florence Henderson in the beginning of this movie. It's just, it's brutal. It's to see her do something like this is gonna blow you out of the freaking water.
Mrs. Brady, God.
Yeah, Mrs. Brady. She's in a little negligee there, and
she was a very handsome woman.
Yeah. The first 10 minutes of this movie is it's got Robin Williams as a mime in it. So that's all I'm gonna say. And it's a clown show, literally.
Mime is money.
It's rated R, hard R.
No. Oh, speaking of Robin Williams, that he was a customer at my store in the late '80s, and it was on his pull list was Heavy Metal Magazine.
Nice,
no doubt.
He
probably had all of them.
Yeah, that'll be Thursday. I guess I'll show.
What a customer! Like, would you pay him to come in to buy your books? It's like just to get to talk to him would be so much fun. It's like, yeah,
I talked to him for like 2 hours once.
Nice.
We just talked about our dads because it was a few weeks after my father passed away, and his father had passed away like earlier that year. And he had his little son Zach, who was very little at the time, and he just went around the store. And it was a slow time in the morning when there weren't a lot of customers at all. He and I just sat there at the cash register. We were talking about our dads. That's all we did.
Did people bother him, D-Bud, or people kind of let him do his own thing?
That day, I think I only had maybe one or two customers even come in at that time of the day.
No, but in general, people are
really
pretty nice.
No.
Yeah.
Not new.
Well, it's not like it is today too, with all the selfies and the phones and the "Can I take my picture with you?" and annoying people. Yeah,
but he was from San Francisco.
The regular guy.
People kind of knew him in that neighborhood, so it wasn't a.
So it was just just a common everyday thing to have.
Yeah. Pretty awesome. I mean, he didn't come in that often to the store, but I mean, he was known in the neighborhood, so he wasn't. It wasn't anything unusual to see him.
All right.
Nanu.
Well, gents, it's been fun. Thank you, guys. Dave, D-Bud, Mark, Tim, Daryl, Toback / Proctor, Rumble, YouTube, John Edgar, The Dead Man. It's been a very fulfilling pleasure. I'm glad to have gone deep with all of you men. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for hanging out on the show. Goodbye, good fight, and
I smell horse shit. It's horrible, but I can smell it.
Smell that shit, baby!
Good night.
Have a good